Hello everybody, Jake here for FM Scout, and today we're going to be doing another Wonderkids to Superstar video. Today we're going to be looking at Nuno Mendes, who is one of the best left back Wonderkids on the game. We're going to simulate 5 years into the future, see how he develops, see how he does playing for a Manchester United team. Thank you guys who are watching for all your support on the channel recently. We're aiming for 100,000 subscribers sometime in December, so if you're watching the videos and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, then if you could do so, that would be great. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it and comment down below which player you think we should do next in this series. So with that being said, let's go and have a look at the Wonderkid for today's video. And here he is, Nuno Mendes, the 18-year-old Portuguese left back. He is playing for Manchester United on here as a star player already at the age of 18. That isn't true in real life. He starts off in your first season at Sporting Lisbon. You can find him quite easily. He has a very high potential and in a lot of saves will develop really nicely. In this case, we're going to see how he develops with us managing him, well, simulating as a holiday, but we can set his training, set his mentoring, all that good stuff so that he plays perfectly, at least we hope he will, and develop into a top player. As always with Wonderkids, in your save when you load it up, they could be better, they could be different, they all have a range of potential, so it's not going to be the same for you guys every time. But with the player we're looking at today, I would suggest in nearly every save he goes on to be an absolute superstar, and you can see that already. He's 2.5 stars in a Manchester United squad at the age of 18, potential to be 4.5 star left-footed, spirited left back, 6 foot tall, which is good for a left back, has some nice traits of get into the opposition area and get forward whenever possible, and you can already kind of see from the roles he plays, he is a very attacking minded left back, but he does not lack in the defensive side too. At the age of 18 he's already got good physicals. We'd like to see a bit of an improvement maybe in his stamina and his acceleration, just to make him like a really super fast left back, so that he can deal with any wingers that come at him. Mentally he's pretty good as well for an 18-year-old, always room to develop if a youngster has decent mentals at a young age. That's always a good sign that you can train them to be a really good player. Obviously mentals in the long run get better towards the end of players' careers, so if they already have good mental stats at the start of their career and you can mentor them with other experienced players in your squad, that's always a good place to start. Technically he is really good at crossing, he's really good at basically getting forward and doing that phase of the game, with decent passing stats for a left back of 13, 14 dribbling, 14 crossing and 14 first touch. Very good for an 18-year-old who is more seen as a defender than he is an attacker. But as I did say, he doesn't lack in the defensive area of his game either, with 13 tackling, 13 technique, 11 marking, which hopefully we'll see a little improvement in, and then also he's got good composure, good concentration, good decisions, anticipation, positioning. He's starting at a really high level. So his training, we're going to be putting him on double intensity and playing as a left back. No additional focus right now because I can't see any area that he lacks in majorly. Maybe we can look in the 3rd year and see if there's anything that we can improve upon. So hopefully with this kind of training he'll develop quite naturally and like quite closely to how he might do in your saves. As you can see, he's the only person selected, so that when we do go to holiday, if you ever wanted to know how to do this kind of thing, all you have to do, go on holiday and make sure these 2 buttons here are clicked. Use current match tactics and use current team selection where possible. This will make sure that even when you're holidaying, this player will stay in the team as long as he's not injured, which is why it says when possible, because obviously if he gets injured he's not going to play. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to simulate 3 seasons ahead first, see how he's doing at that point, then 5 seasons. Hopefully he turns into an absolute beast. So let's go have a look at this guy and see how he develops. Wow, okay, this guy has turned out amazing, but before we go into that, I'd just like to say I'm going to leave the link to my personal channel in the description. We've got a Chelsea beta save going on over there, and quite a lot of you lot have been watching that and enjoying it, so thank you for all your support. We've just hit 500 subscribers like yesterday at the time of recording on that channel, so thank you so much. We're going to push for 600 now, so if you'd like to come check that out, it will be in the description. So yeah, Nuno Mendes, what an absolute star this guy is at 20 years of age now. Valued at £77 million on £225,000 a week. His potential has now gone up to 5-star possibly, and his current ability is now 4-star already at the age of 20. 17 caps for Portugal. We have made the decision to put him as a wing-back and not an inverted wing-back before we simulated 3 years ahead, just because I figured let's just keep it on his position so we can see how he develops. I know inverted wing-back could kind of mess him up, so we're going to stick to wing-back. Hopefully the tactic did alright while doing that. But yeah, Nuno Mendes, what an absolute beast he is now. Physically, he's pretty much perfect for a left back already, and he's still got like 2 or 3 years of good growth left in the physical spot. Still 6 foot tall, still the same traits, still classed as a spirited player, but his physicals are impeccable. 16 acceleration, 16 agility, 16 pace and 17 stamina, which we did want to see an improvement in, which is absolutely brilliant. Natural fitness 17 as well, So as a wing back, he's going to be bombing up and down that wing consistently and doing a great job off it. Mentally, he looks absolutely fantastic. His decisions are at a very good level, anticipation at an extremely high level, which is obviously brilliant for a defender. Good concentration still too, and then everything else is pretty good, everything that you'd want for a left back. Obviously, there'll be a few more greens as he develops in age, because that's just what happens with mental stats. Let me quickly show you his mentoring group. This is what we put him with, and obviously it's only an average effect on him right now after 3 years. But at the start, this was significant because obviously as he's got older and became more of a high influential player himself, it's less of an effect on him because he doesn't really need to be mentored at the age of 20. But he's still getting a decent effect from it, but he's being mentored by 3 team leaders, and it's done wonders for him. And then his technical stats, whilst they haven't increased massively, they still look really good for a left back of his calibre. And let's see the performances he's been putting in for the first few years. Okay, he's got a 7 match rating consistently for all 3 seasons, and in one season hitting 7.2, getting 3 player of the matches in that season, 2 goals and 6 assists, 2 goals and 6 assists in the next season, and then 1 goal but the same amount of assists in his first season. So some absolutely brilliant performances there. We'll look at his landmarks and milestones after 5 seasons just to see overall how he did and how Manchester United did with him playing for them, but so far he looks pretty good. We're going to quickly check how his stats have developed. There we go, you can see he's absolutely flew up in the physicals especially, and that's what we noticed straight away when we looked at him. We can see there have been some improvements in his anticipation and his decisions. As we saw, lower bravery, so he must have picked up an injury here or there. Technically, he has made some strides forward, nothing massively, some marking improvements, passing, long shots and heading, as well as first touch. Some nice improvements, not amazing in the technical spot, but everything else is looking really good for the future. He's still got 2 seasons left of like really exciting growth. Between 22, after 22 he'll stop growing as much, but hopefully by then he'll be one of the world's best left backs, if not the world's best left back already. So we're really excited to see what this guy does. The fact that he's 20 and already played 17 times for the international team says a lot about this guy. So now we're going to simulate another 2 years until 2025 to see how he's done after his big years of growth are done, and see what kind of left back he's turned into. Oh my god, look at this guy. In 2025, 22 years old, 37 caps for the Portugal national team, 4.5-star player. He must be the best left back in the world, surely. Physically, he is absolutely insane. I thought he was like at the peak when we saw him last, but he's only gone and got better. Look at him, 18 acceleration, 15 strength now too. I think everything else is pretty much the same, but we'll have a look in a second. But wow, this guy's like, you couldn't ask for anything else really from a left back. And mentally, this guy's done really well for only a 22-year-old as well, so he's got room to improve. His vision is insane. Off the ball, insane. Determination, decisions, composure, anticipation, all at an incredible level. You really can't ask for more. I'm so surprised about how this guy's done. Sometimes when you do these saves, they don't do absolutely amazing. They do all right. But this guy, like, I really want to go buy him in every save that I do now, even if he does cost you anywhere between 40 and 60 million. Technically, he's gone up even more too. Technique now at 16, passing at 15, first touch 16, dribbling 16, crossing still on 14, but everything else, wow, this guy is such a complete left back. And you can see, there you go, a complete wing back is his best role, and it's no surprise because he's absolutely insane. He also has do not dive into tackles now, so hopefully gets a few less red cards. Notably, if you go to Manchester United, you can see he is classed as a key player, and yeah, it's no surprise that he's absolutely amazing. Did he do any better in his last 2 years? We can see that he hit a 7.1 rating in that season, and then he must have picked up some kind of injuries here because he's not playing as much as in other seasons, but still hitting 50 games a season, you can see here. Anyway, 7.3 in his most recent season makes it the best season of his career so far, and considering he's played a low amount of games compared to some of the other seasons, the numbers he has produced are insane this year. 10 assists, 2 goals and 2 player of the matches with a 7.3 match rating consistently across the Premier League and the Champions League, all of that. He's done absolutely amazing. Let's go see his landmarks, all his milestones, that kind of thing. Let's have a look at competitions. We can see he's won the English Premier Division once. Has he won it again anywhere? It doesn't look like he has. You can see that he did win the Carabao Cup. He came runners-up in the Champions League. Obviously, this is more just to do with how Manchester United were managed when we were holidaying. But him on his own, he's obviously done pretty good because he's done things like getting runners-up with the Portugal team in the Olympics. He's been playing for Portugal for a long, long time, since 2020 when we pretty much started this save, at the age of 18. In terms of awards, we can see he's been put in the Premier Division Team of the Year, been classed as the Young Player of the Year too. He's got many Team of the Weeks. Anything else interesting here? World Team of the Year in 2024, so you know, and 2023. Yeah, here you go. In the Olympics Dream Team, European Cup Dream Team, He's the best left back in the world, no doubt about it. I've just gone into his biography. Bear in mind he is still only 22, and it says Nuno Mendes is truly one of world football's global superstars. So he's obviously doing amazing. He's won so much. He's won this. I don't really know what it is, but it seems like, I'm going to assume it says next generation. He's got all the best young players seem to have won this, and he won it after Ansu Fati, who has gone on to do big things as well, playing for PSG valued at 94 million. So you can see the kind of company that he is being kept in. This guy's growth has been insane. Let's see how he's done in terms of his stats. Now bear in mind that at the age of whatever it was, 18 at the start of the save, he was actually already a really good player and could probably play at most levels already. So the fact that he's got even better is brilliant. Let's have a look here. Physically, what an insane improvement he's had. Often you see it's the technicals where these kind of players improve, but even though he's a left back, he's probably got some of the best physicals in the world. That agility, balance has gone so high, his stamina's gone high, his strength has gone up. Loads of improvements across the board, including in his mentals, where we can see a great improvement in some of his defending mentals like anticipation, composure, concentration and decisions. His determination has gone up as well, which has obviously helped him. Off the ball is brilliant for a left back, so he can move off and get passes played into him. And then really good vision as well, which ties into some passing improvements that he's had with 15 passing now. His dribbling went up a little bit, and he's had some other improvements around the technical spots, but especially these physicals are what stand out to me. And you can see here major improvement, major overall improvement in pretty much all of these areas. And that has made Nuno Mendes that has made Nuno Mendes the best left back in the world in only 5 years. Look at this, his pros are absolutely incredible, he's classed as a world-class player. His cons are basically he's just left-footed, which is no problem at all for a left back. So basically no cons for this guy, Nuno Mendes. If you're playing for a big club, try and get your hands on him as early as you can, especially if you're an English club, because of all the work permit stuff. The video is called Wonderkid to Superstars, and this guy's definitely lived up to expectations. Nuno Mendes, what a player, and with that being said, I think that'll be the end of today's video. Remember, if you want to see a similar video but for another player, give us an idea in the comments who you'd like to see. That way we can make a video that you guys will enjoy. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you do, remember to comment down below, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, press that subscribe button to help us get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I've been Jake for FM Scout. Thank you so much for watching and for all your support recently. Have a great day, enjoy, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.